Today, we're breaking down every single red flag in relationships that you need to watch out for. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to be spotting these warning signs from a mile away. We're talking about the subtle ones, the obvious ones, and the ones that are so wild you wonder how anyone can miss them. So sit tight, because we're about to save you from some serious heartbreak. Let's get into it. First up, we got love bombing. Now this one's tricky because it feels amazing at first. This is when someone comes on super strong right from the jump. We're talking expensive gifts on the second date, telling you they love you after a week, already planning your future together before you've even had the "what are we" conversation. Look, I get it. It feels incredible when someone's that into you. But here's the thing. Genuine love takes time to develop. When someone's showering you with over-the-top affection this early, they're either trying to manipulate you or they've got some serious attachment issues. Real talk. If someone's buying you a MacBook after 3 dates, they're not being romantic, they're being strategic. Love bombers use this intense affection to make you emotionally dependent on them quickly. So when they start showing their true colors later, you're already hooked. The key is pacing. Healthy relationships build gradually. If it feels like you're in a romantic movie montage 24/7, pump the brakes and ask yourself, do they even know me well enough to feel this strongly? Red flag number 2. Isolation. This one starts subtle. Your friends really don't get you like I do. Why do you need to go out with them when we could just stay in together? Your family's kind of toxic, don't you think? Before you know it, you're spending less time with your support system and more time with them. And look, wanting to spend time together is normal. But when someone actively discourages your other relationships, that's a problem. Here's what's really happening. They're cutting off your lifelines. See, abusive people know that your friends and family are the ones who will call out their behavior, so they slowly convince you that everyone else is the problem, not them. I've seen people lose entire friend groups because their partner made hanging out so difficult that people just stopped inviting them places. Don't let someone make you choose between them and everyone else in your life. A good partner wants to be a part of your world, not be your entire world. Pay attention to how they react when you make plans without them. If they're supportive, cool. If they're guilt-tripping, manipulating, or getting angry, that's your cue to run for the hills. Number 3, gaslighting. This is when someone makes you question your own memory, perception, and sanity. That never happened. You're being too sensitive. You're remembering it wrong. Sound familiar? Gaslighting is psychological manipulation at its finest. They'll deny conversations you know you had, claim they never said things they definitely said, or twist situations to make you seem like the crazy one. Here's a real example. You have a conversation about them flirting with their ex. Later, when you bring it up, they say, "We never talked about that. You're being paranoid and insecure." Now you're sitting there like, wait, did we have that conversation? Or am I losing my mind? That confusion you're feeling, that's exactly what they want. Gaslighters thrive on making you doubt yourself, because once you stop trusting your own judgment, you'll rely on theirs instead. Keep a journal. I'm serious. Write down conversations, incidents, things that bothered you. When someone's gaslighting you, having written proof of what actually happened can be a real eye-opener. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Red flag 4. Controlling behavior. This one has many faces. They want to know where you are 24/7. They go through your phone. They have opinions about what you wear, who you talk to, what job you should have. Some people mistake this for caring. They're just worried about me. No, babe. Worried is, text me when you get home safe. Controlling is, send me your location every hour and a photo of who you're with. Controllers often disguise their behavior as protection or love. I just don't want other guys looking at you in that dress. Translation: I don't trust you to handle attention from other people because I see you as my property. They might control your finances too, insisting on joint accounts immediately, discouraging you from working, or making you ask permission for purchases. Financial control is a huge red flag because it makes leaving much harder. A loving partner trusts you to make your own decisions. They support your independence, not try to limit it. If someone's trying to manage your life like you're incapable of handling it yourself, that's not love. That's control. Number 5. Explosive anger and poor conflict resolution. Look, everyone gets mad sometimes. That's normal. What's not normal is someone who goes from zero to nuclear over minor disagreements. I'm talking about people who punch walls, throw things, scream and yell, or give you the silent treatment for days over small issues. Maybe they've never hit you, but they've punched holes in walls or broken objects during arguments. Here's the thing about anger management. It's actually about control management. Notice how they never have explosive outbursts at their boss, their parents, or in public. They can control it. They're just choosing not to with you. Pay attention to how they handle stress and disagreement. Do they communicate their feelings, or do they explode? Do they take responsibility for their emotions, or blame you for making them angry? And listen, if someone's breaking things when they're mad, that's intimidation. They want you to know that could be you next time. Violence against objects is often a precursor to violence against people. Don't stick around to find out. Red flag 6, lack of empathy. This is someone who struggles to understand or care about your feelings. When you're upset, they make it about them. When you're celebrating, they find a way to steal the spotlight. You tell them about a bad day at work, and instead of comforting you, they launch into their own problems. You get a promotion, and they focus on how stressed it'll make them because you'll be working more. These people have a hard time seeing beyond their own experience. Everything gets filtered through how it affects them. Your emotions are inconvenient unless they align with what they want. They might also lack empathy for others in general. Pay attention to how they treat service workers, how they talk about their exes, how they respond to other people's struggles. Someone who can't empathize with others won't empathize with you when it counts. Empathy is foundational to healthy relationships. Without it, you'll always feel unheard and unsupported. A good partner should be able to put themselves in your shoes and actually care about your emotional experience. Number 7, inconsistency. This is when someone's personality changes like the weather. One day they're the most loving, attentive partner ever. The next day they're cold, distant, or mean, and you have no idea what changed. This inconsistency keeps you on edge. You're constantly walking on eggshells, trying to figure out which version of them you're going to get today. It's emotionally exhausting. Sometimes this looks like intermittent reinforcement. They give you just enough good treatment to keep you hooked, but not enough to feel secure. It's like a slot machine. You keep pulling the lever, hoping to hit the jackpot of their good mood. Inconsistent people often have poor emotional regulation or underlying mental health issues they refuse to address. While mental health struggles are valid, they're not an excuse to put you through emotional whiplash. You should be able to predict generally how your partner will treat you. Consistency builds trust and security. If you never know which version of them you're going to get, that's a relationship built on anxiety, not love. Last but definitely not least, boundary violations. This is when someone consistently ignores or pushes against limits you've set. You say you don't like something, and they keep doing it. You ask for space, and they keep texting you. Boundaries aren't suggestions, they're requirements. When someone repeatedly violates your boundaries, they're telling you that their wants matter more than your comfort and autonomy. This might look like sexual pressure after you've said no, showing up uninvited after you've asked for space, or continuing behaviors that make you uncomfortable after you've addressed them. Some people will test your boundaries to see if you'll enforce them. Others will argue your boundaries like they're up for negotiation. Neither response is acceptable. A person who respects you will respect your boundaries, even if they don't understand them. They won't make you justify your limits or guilt you for having them. Your boundaries exist for your well-being, and anyone who can't respect that doesn't belong in your life. Alright y'all, there you have it. 8 major red flags that you absolutely cannot ignore in relationships. Now look, I know some of y'all are watching this and thinking about someone specific right now. Trust those feelings. Remember, red flags aren't character flaws you can fix in someone else. They're warning signs telling you to protect yourself. You can't love someone into being better for you. If you recognize your current or past relationship in this video, know that you're not alone and it's not your fault. Healthy relationships exist, but you've got to be willing to walk away from the unhealthy ones to find them. Drop a comment and let me know. Have you experienced any of these red flags? What would you add to this list? And if this video helped you out, smash that like button and subscribe for more real talk about relationships and life. Until next time, keep your standards high and your red flag radar even higher. Peace.